And good morning. So I'm talking to you today from Milwaukee, where I'm attending a conference called the Great Lakes Urban Exchange. It's basically a conference of people from cities like St. Louis that were great industrial cities that have lost a lot of population over the last 50 years. So we all come together every year to share ideas about what we're doing in our city because we have such similar problems. So one of the things we did a few days ago, which I think is something we can really do in St. Louis, is explore the idea of urban farming. So we visited this very innovative urban farm where they actually took land right in the middle of the city and have used these new farming techniques called hydroponics, where they're actually growing fish and food all together, and it's a profitable business right here in the middle of basically the hood. Um, the other things we've done, we've talked about tax policy and how to create a tax policy that doesn't punish people for creating businesses and doing things, and actually makes it less attractive for land speculators to buy land that we need as a city to actually do something, but they have no plans to do anything. They just want to hold on to it. Obviously, we have a big problem with that in some of our neighborhoods in St. Louis, but obviously the riverfront is also a big area that maybe changing the tax policy could help get some of those projects going that's been stagnant for so long. Today's the last day of the conference, and we plan to hear from a speaker from London to talk about transit issues. We all have a big problem, obviously, in our cities, but especially in St. Louis. Everybody's seeing these plastic bags now on some of the bus stops, saying that due to lack of funding, they're actually cutting back on bus routes. And it seems to be kind of a zero-sum game in St. Louis, where the more they expand MetroLink, the more they cut back the bus service. And MetroLink typically services more affluent people, and the bus services typically service the more poor and minority populations. So we got to come up with a solution to actually how to come up with a transit system that helps the people who need it most. So that's one of the things we're going to be discussing today. And then the conference is over. I'm sorry I could not attend there, attend the meeting today, but State Representative Jamila Nasheed is more than a good replacement for me. So I know she's going to take good care of you, and hopefully we're going to try to get this video conferencing thing going. Should there be no technical difficulties, you'll be talking to me live in a few minutes. So again, I want to thank everybody for coming out this morning because, as I always say, the decisions are made by those people who show up. And so by showing up on a Saturday morning, it really shows that you care about what's going on in our community. And I want you to know that I appreciate you. And I also want to thank everybody in the audience who voted for me last week. It took a lot of us, and we all came together, and we did get some change here in our ward. And I want you to know that it's just the beginning. I don't actually get sworn in until April 21st, but we're already hitting the ground running. Attending conferences like this helps us get some ideas that we're going to bring back to St. Louis. But I've also been talking to community leaders, people in the city government, especially about development issues. Development is going to be really big for me. And so, I want to be judged on the results of what we do, what we build in the 21st Ward. And so we're going to hit the ground running, and I want to thank everybody for their support. And as always, give me a call anytime. The cell phone number, I'm sure everybody already has it, 779-9958. You can even call me right now in Milwaukee. All right, you take care. Thanks.